Welcome, Mr. Paul Logan. Hey, you know I'm recording this. Do I have your permission to record this and put it into a book?
Absolutely.
There you go. Hey, Paul, just for argument's sake, just tell everybody who you are.
Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Logan. I'm an actor, producer, writer, and fitness enthusiast by choice because I used to hate what I saw in the mirror. I grew up bullied every day and picked on. I would make up ailments so that I would tell mom, hey, I don't feel well today, so I don't have to go to school that day because I was afraid to get picked on or beaten up, and dealt with that throughout my whole life, through high school and everything, until I graduated high school. I started martial arts when I was 13, excelled at that, got my first black belt, but was always the skinny kid. And I decided I didn't like that. When I was 17 years old, I went to college, decided I wanted to change my life. I got a poster of Stallone in Rambo where he was all jacked and he looked, great. I'm like, I want to look like that, and put it up on my dorm room door. I became a pest and, joined a gym, and it was like, I would see guys who were big and I'm like, oh, what do you do for chest? What do you do for abs? What do you eat? And there was no internet back then. So it was all trial and error. I was reading, body magazines or, muscle and fitness, or books on working out and nutrition, and just trying to self-teach myself. Finally changed my life, got my degree in biochem, went to LA to go to chiropractic school, finished that, passed all 4 parts of my boards, got my clinic hours all set up, and got my first film. So I took a leave of absence, but literally did a 180-degree pivot, shifted into film, was the lead bad guy in this film called Killers, and haven't looked back since. I was on Days of Our Lives for...
Oh, I just lost you. Oh, I just lost you, my friend. Can you hear me?
Yes, someone's calling.
Ah, okay. You want to put on Do Not Disturb?
Yeah, hold on.
So you just went on an audition for a movie? Like, you're in chiropractic school. How does that happen?
It was hilarious. I was at my apartment complex at the time, out by the pool, just multitasking. I was tanning and reading some books.
You really consider tanning a multitasking thing? This is so unique. Okay, keep going.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I was in Southern California, getting some sun, reading instead of reading, holed up in my apartment. This woman sat down next to me and she asked me if I was an actor. And it was something that was always in the back of my head. I did some modeling early on back in New York to pay for undergrad. And started talking. She was a manager. She's like, look, I would love to send you out. I can get some headshots taken. So set me up with a photographer, got some pictures taken. And,
you really got discovered at the pool?
Swear to God, yeah. I got discovered at the pool.
Okay.
And, got some pictures taken. She started sending me, I got this audition for this film called Killers, and got the lead bad guy role. And I literally met my best friend there and my acting coach. My best friend introduced me to my acting coach.
Who was your coach?
Aaron Spicer. Love Aaron. He's just one of the amazing coaches, and worked with Aaron for years and years, and still, best buddies with my buddy Scott. And that's it. Things just. And I love doing action films because I always loved watching action films when I was growing up. Like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude. All the
fun to do. Come on,
it's great.
And
I know Sly is doing Expendables 4 now, and I definitely want to work with Sly. I've worked with so many people throughout the years, but never worked or even talked to Sly, even just to say thank you to the man for inspiring me. And what's nice now is I'm getting all the time people on my website saying, hey, what do you do for this and that? Kind of like I was, back then. And I wish I had me to, teach. I wish I could go back to the 17-year-old me and be like, no. You need to do this. And what's nice about that is I actually can help other people. And if I'm inspiring people, that's great because I'm doing what I love to do. And if I get to inspire people at the same time, that's the best of both worlds. And
I love that.
So now we can, just impart my knowledge onto people about transforming their bodies as well.
All right. So this is the formal interview for the One Habit book. Now I have to tell you something. I know you won't be able to handle this, but each of the answers can be more than 425 words long, which is not a lot. So I want now edit it and talk about it, but I want you to sincerely think about the most important parts of what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And keeping it short. So let's start with your name and title. How do you like to be referred to?
Actor.
I would say actor, superstar, fitness god, but I'm sorry, what would you say?
That's a big old hyphen. It's like,
yeah, just
honestly, just actor, actor or actor producer, because that's my passion. That's what I do. Everything else is just.
Well, I'm going to say, because it's our writers who get to hear this, I'm going to say actor, writer, fitness superstar. But we'll see if you like that. When you see it, you'll get it back. You get a chance to edit this. You can do whatever you want. I'm a little biased. All right. So the first question is that, because they're listening to transcribe this. I'm going to teach Paul to be a superstar here in the book world. What is your one habit? And it's a habit that if you could instill in somebody, what would it be? And I need the first one line of that. What would the title of it be?
Feed the machine.
Feed the machine. That is awesome. All right. So now, why is this habit important to create? How will it change somebody's life? No less than 300 words, no more than 450, but go for it. Feed the machine.
My habit, feed the machine, is important to me because I think of it as a table with 3 legs. If the table wants to be straight and not wobble, you have the body, the mind, and the spirit. And I try to feed each of those every day. I try to do something physical with my body. I've been doing martial arts since I was 13. So I lift weights. I try to do something physical to help keep my body strong, keep me camera ready. I try to learn from everybody that I meet every day, whether it's in-person learning, reading a book, watching a movie, just thinking about things, just every interaction that I have, I try to learn either what to do and emulate it, or maybe what not to do and try not to do that, because sometimes it's hard to get bad habits. So that's what this is all about. And the third thing is spirit. Whatever you believe in, whether it's, I think we froze for a second there.
We did. I got you.
Okay, you were back. We froze. Oh, am I frozen again?
No, you're
okay. I wasn't sure if you were getting the audio because
I'll get you. Yeah.
So the third part is the spiritual, and no matter what you believe in, whether it's God or the universe or anything that's larger than us, I try to feed that every day. And the way I do it is to be grateful, thankful to what I have. I mean, it's just every morning wake up saying thank you for allowing me to live this day, and every night before I go to sleep, I say thank you for giving me the gifts that you gave in this life, whether they were good gifts, quote unquote, or if there were challenges that, that helped me sharpen my blades, that helped me just, again, feed the machine. And if any one of those 3 is lacking, the table's not going to stand straight and you'll feel a little bit off. So feed the machine.
I love that. What's one thing you like people to think about in terms of like, how would you like to be remembered? People who know you?
Other than Batman, as an underdog who did it. I love stories like that, like the Rocky story, or the hero just overcoming insurmountable odds, because those are the stories that drive me, and that's what I do in anything in life. When I have obstacles or things hit me, that could be just problems, quote unquote, or negative. I just think of them as challenges, and I just attack them with everything I have and try to overcome them, become stronger and learn. And then I can teach other people about that. Say, hey, you know what? This happened to me last week, last year, 10 years ago, and this is how I overcame it. And maybe you could use these tools that I got and fix your life a little bit sooner.
Did somebody teach you your spirit, or did you just come upon this?
I just came upon this, and it's going to sound really, really silly, but I've been a huge Batman freak since I was a little kid, and I've been collecting comic books since before I could read. My dad used to read comic books to me. He used to go and get the newspaper at the store and read them to me, and always loved Batman because he was human. He was attainable. He was just the most perfectly trained physically, martial artist, criminologist, gymnast. Everything he did, he took to the pinnacle of human success. And that's what I try to do with what I do. I'm not happy with mediocrity in anything I do. When I went into martial arts, I went in 100%. I train with all the UFC guys right now. I train with as many people with as many different disciplines as I can to learn. Same thing with my body. I hated my body. I hated what I saw in the mirror. I said, you know what, I'm going to change it, and tried to take that to the, pinnacle. But I also did it naturally. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs. Never did any anabolics because I always thought it was cheating and it was temporary. Because I see a lot of guys going up and down and yo-yoing. I've maintained my physique and tried to improve on it every single day.
You don't drink or do any of those things. What do you do to relax? What's the other side of this?
This is funny. Again, I've been collecting comic books since I was a kid. I still read comics. I even read them digitally now on the computer. I write. I've written 7 scripts. I actually had my first one that I came from an idea in my head to where people can watch it on Amazon tonight. It's a movie called The Horde. It's an action horror film that literally I took an idea that I had, got it funded, shot it, and it's out now. So I do that to relax. I write things. I've been playing video games since I was a kid. That's my little escape from reality as well. I love the outdoors. I hike. I like camping because that's kind of where I can kind of subtract the digital every once in a while.
Let me, what's the title of your unhabit? If you could help someone break a bad habit, what would that be?
Do it now. Stop procrastinating.
Okay. Now, why is that important?
It's important because a lot of times you never know what comes up. If you put things off till right before the due date, you get that unexpected occurrence in your life where then you have to choose. So the way, and I've been procrastinating for a while, so I'm bad with this for a while, but what I do now is I usually slide up deadlines. Like if someone says, Paul, I need this done by the 30th. I slide my deadline up to the 15th. I give myself an extra 2 weeks, if that's possible. Sometimes people say, oh, hey, it's due the next day. You have to drop whatever. And also, I start things almost immediately. I might not finish them immediately, but if someone says, okay, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, maybe I'll take out a notebook and I'll plan it out. Or maybe I'll make a couple of phone calls or do some research on getting it started. So at least I started the process immediately, because I think my procrastination came because I excelled at school naturally. I never studied throughout, even in high school, just barely, and got straight A's. College, same thing. I used to cram last minute. Night before the exam, I would cram. My buddies were studying weeks before, and I was like, nah. And still, A's, B's, fine. Got to chiropractic school. Now, this is where the harsh dose of reality, frying pan in the face happened. My first anatomy class, people were studying for 3-4 weeks. I'm like, A couple of days before, I'm looking at some flashcards, and that test hit me that morning. I was like, what? And yeah, so it was a harsh dose. I was like, all right, the procrastination thing isn't.
How do you recommend that other people stop procrastinating?
By, again, starting things right away, sliding up the deadline, and also realizing why you procrastinate. I think one of the major reasons that I procrastinate is because I'm a perfectionist and I don't like to put things out there before they're perfect. So if I procrastinate and give myself the out by saying, oh, if I had more time and if I didn't do this last minute, it could have been quote unquote more perfect, if there is such a thing.
Right.
Then I have an instant out. So I stopped doing that. I said, you know what?
I got it.
I'm gonna ready, shoot, aim instead of.
That's a great end to that. An elevator pitch about you, who you are, what you do as an elevator pitch, more than just a bio. Very short. Go for it.
I'm an actor, writer, producer, chiropractor, fitness enthusiast, and daddy to a little black pug.
Keep going. Give me two more sentences.
I wasn't how short.
Give me 2 more sentences.
Yeah. And I'm not happy with mediocrity. I can't even say it. I'm not happy with mediocrity in anything I do. And if life is worth living, why not live it to the fullest and take everything to 150%?
Love that. One more time, tell me your quote.
Live every day like it were your last. I learned that the hard way. I lost my dad really suddenly in '93. I had seen him on a Friday night. Said, all right, bye, Pop, love you. And went down to the city. I was working down there at the time, so I was staying at my girlfriend's house at the time. Got a phone call from my mom the next day, said that, come home. I'm like, I knew something was wrong. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, come home. And I'm like, what's going on? And I pressed her, and she's like, Daddy's gone. And it just wrecked me. And so my motto is live every day like it were your last, because I try to take good out of anything that I could, any situation that I come upon. And the only quote unquote good thing I could take out of this was, again, live every day like it were your last. Never leave things unsaid. Thank God there was not anything unsaid between my pop and I. And just, treat every time you leave somebody as if it's the last time you'll see them.
Well, I can't live every day like it's my last, because I'd be running around naked eating vanilla Haagen-Dazs ice cream. So I think of it every day as my second to last.
Well, there you go. And you know what? That's great. But yeah, that's.
I know what you're saying.
Absolutely.
I very often think about that when my kids.
I would have to go with chocolate or maybe cookies and cream.
Yeah, but I think about that when my kids leave the house, just to make sure that it's not a bad thing that we've kissed and hugged, because you just really do never know. Hey,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to one more word of advice you'd like to leave with everybody. Paul Logan, go for it.
We are creatures of our habits. Every day we have habits, whether they're good or bad. Why not stack the good ones so that you have a better quality of life, and try to get rid of the bad ones, because all they're doing is holding you back from living a better life in whatever that means to you.
Love that. All right. I'm going to say thank you. You're awesome. I will. Where can people find you, by the way?
Well, my website is paullogan.net. My fitness website is paulloganfitness.com. I'm on Instagram, paullogan88. People follow me there. That's also my Snapchat. My nephew got me into that. My Twitter is @RealPaulLogan. And I do answer all my own fan mail. I don't have a job without the fans. And I love engaging with them, finding out what they liked about my films and what they don't, and just try to, again, become better. And I look at it like, if someone is willing to reach out and try to talk to me, or, I might as well do it myself, because then I can do it. I know a lot of people have people answering their fan mail, and that's not me. I do it all. So it takes me a while sometimes, but I like engaging. So please reach out and I will reach back.
Good. I do the same thing. I adore you, and I'm going to say mwah.
Thank you so much.
I love you.